It's done. I mean, the fences aren't down, but it's done. They can't make us tear it down. Not after all that work, all that money. They're probably gonna sue. Oh God, they're gonna sue. We'll be fine, right? Seth. Seth, say something. Come on, I'm freaking out.
Paul, you talk too much.
Mr. Evans, on the night of January 5th, 2014, you and Mr. Simmons created the first draft of the PS Schumer building, is that correct? Mr. Evans. Excuse me, Mr. Evans.
Repeat the question.
On the night of January 5th, 2014, did you or did you not create the first draft of the PS Schumer building with my client?
I don't remember the exact date.
You don't remember the date?
He's lying.
I know.
Actually, you don't know. You're expecting me to remember a date from 3 years ago when I don't even remember what I had for dinner last night. I don't remember the exact date.
I know you remember the date because that's the day you asked Laura out to dinner and she turned you down.
Some random girl.
And that's the day your mother died. Claire.
That's not... Okay. Let's say you don't remember the date. You do, however, remember creating the first draft of the PS Schumer building with my client.
Yes.
So according to this draft, the height of the building was 166 feet?
Yes.
Mr. Evans, isn't it true that your uncle, Jason Evans, is a board member of the FAA and has been for the last 7 years?
Yes.
And how close would you say you and your uncle are?
Not very.
What do you mean?
We're not that close.
How often do you talk?
Once or twice a year.
So, given those statistics, one would assume that you would have talked to him that year.
It's possible.
So according to my client, 5 days prior to you creating the first draft, you were at a holiday party at your parents' house, is that correct?
Yes.
Was your uncle there?
No.
He wasn't?
No.
Where was he?
I don't know. We're not very close.
What's your point, Claire?
Her point is that Paul assumes because I was at the New Year's Eve party at my family's house 5 nights before we came up with the first design that I must have talked to my uncle. And my uncle, being on the FAA board, would have told me the plan to reduce the limit of the heights of buildings within a 10,000-foot radius of any airport in Arizona. And that made me want to go design the building that exceeds the limits, but build it before regulation passed so that me and the rest of the state could sue Paul for negligence since his name is on all the paperwork. But that wasn't the truth. The truth is, it wasn't a New Year's Eve party, unless you consider me, my dad, and my dying mother a party. And my uncle is on the FAA, but he had to keep that information secret because the board members aren't allowed to discuss future change regulations unless it has been officially moved by a board member. But before June 7, 2015, it was only a rumor. I know that because it was on June 7th that I first got the news. In the Arizona Republic. June 7th, 2015. I didn't want your money, Paul. I just didn't want my name on this building anymore.
Seth, you talk too much.